Oh, I'll get it.
Guys, my mommy will be right back on this channel. Subscribe now. It's just a costume, guys.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the 2-week post-op stage. I am 2 weeks out, you guys. Oh my God. Like, I feel so much better, as you can tell. Excuse how I look. I just got out of the shower. It is nighttime here, and if you hear noise in the background between my son and my dad and TVs and fans and air conditionings, I told him to be quiet, but it's probably not going to happen. So I'm officially 2 weeks post-op VSG, and I feel so good. Like, if you would have asked me how I felt the day after surgery, as you guys can see, which I have the video, I'll link it down below. Yeah, I was not doing good. I was in so much pain. Couldn't eat anything. I was nauseous. Like, this 2 weeks later is a whole different ballgame. Like, I feel so good. So as far as stats are concerned, I'm sure everyone wants to know. That's what they come to these videos for. So I am officially 2 weeks post-op. I am down 17 pounds. I'm so happy. Like, you guys don't understand. I have not lost 17 pounds on my own, like, ever. At most, I've lost, like, close to 15, like, between 12, 13, 14 on my own. And that's, like, pushing it extremely hardcore. But I've never been able to keep that off. I've never lost that much weight that fast. And I am so freaking happy. Like, it's insane. So as far as, let's discuss what happened at my post-op appointment. My 2-week post-op appointment, I went in, they look at your incisions. My tape was still attached to my incisions, so they took the tape off the incisions. I was expecting it to be kind of gross under them, but it wasn't. Like, my incisions look so good. I will show you guys, not in this video, but I will show you guys my incisions later on down the road. But my incisions look good. Like, there's hardly anything there, and it just blows my mind how with modern technology you can go in, literally cut one of their major organs out, and there's like hardly any scar or anything like whatsoever. Like, my incisions look really good. If anything, they look like a teeny tiny little like scab, and that's like it. And I've got 5 of them, but one of them is so small it's literally like 4 of them. So they looked at my incisions. Those look really good. They discussed my weight. I found out that I am 17 pounds down. That felt really good to hear. They asked me if I had any pain, which I do not really have any pain other than the occasional, like, it's a little tender on the inside, but I mean, that's probably to be expected considering the fact that you just had a major organ cut out. A part of it cut out. So yes, I do have a little tenderness on the inside, but it's nothing like super painful, can't walk, can't do anything, no. They asked me, speaking of walking, have I been walking around? Have I been moving? And yes, I have. I have been doing, I was doing a mile a day. And like, as the weight comes off, you guys, like, I can't even describe it. It's weird. Like, as the weight comes off, you feel like, you may not feel like you look different, but you feel like you can feel it. Like, I can feel the 17 pounds, like, is gone. Like, my feet feel lighter. So like, the first couple days I was out walking, I was good, and then I noticed, like, I got on the phone and I still wasn't home. So then when I got home, I look at my watch and I'm like, oh, I've done almost 2 miles today. So I just kind of kept it going. So now I am up to doing about 2.5 to 3 miles a day. I walk either in the neighborhood when it's really nice outside, or I go to Planet Fitness. I did start going to the gym again, and I'm so happy because it feels so good to be in the gym again. A lot of people have negative to say about Planet Fitness. I love Planet Fitness. I love what they have to offer. For $22, you get your tanning, you get your hydro massage table if you want to use that. You get your workout. You can go to any location in any U.S. state. Like, I like Planet Fitness, me personally, but yeah, to each their own. I'm not trying to become a huge bodybuilder. I'm trying to lose weight and tone, and for what I need it for, it works. So I have been moving, and like I said, it's usually about 2.5 to 3 miles a day that I do. I haven't been doing a lot of weights or anything like that. My doctor has not approved me to really start working on my stomach. He wants to wait until the 5-week mark, and then he feels like it'll be a little bit more healed on the inside. And then at that point, if I want to start working on my ab area, I can do that. So I do, however, like I try to do some arm workouts with the single bells, or I've done some like leg and glute workouts. I just don't do anything too hard on my stomach. So mostly right now it is cardio that I'm doing when I go to the gym. At my appointment, we discussed moving up to like the next sets of foods that I can eat. Up until my 2 weeks, I really could only have like applesauce, yogurt, sugar-free pudding, those kinds of things, just really soft food. Now I did, and I don't advise you to do this, I felt good. I felt okay. And I upped it a couple days before my 2 weeks appointment. I did have a little bit of cottage cheese, and I had a little bit of tuna. So I will let you guys know how that went. So with your new stomach, it is very sensitive. It is like a little teeny tiny baby stomach, and you have to really, really, really take care of it. You have to be very cautious of what you put in it. It's still got incisions. It's still not completely healed. So you want to be very careful. I don't advise you to go rushing to eat high carb or things that consist of seeds and nuts and stuff like that. No, because you're not healed in there. For me, what I did was I blended up the tuna and I blended up the cottage cheese. So it was very mushy and fine, and it went down fine. I didn't have any backlash. The only thing is literally after like 2-3 tablespoons, I have never felt more full in my entire life. Like, that is one thing that I'm loving about this surgery so far, is that you feel so full. Like, I told you guys in a previous video, like there was a time in my life where I'm like, I'm never gonna feel full. Like, am I ever gonna feel full? Like, this is the time. Like, appreciate your stomach especially while it's new. Appreciate your new stomach. I know that they say later on down the road, it becomes a little bit more not as restricted and you can eat more. And right now, like, I literally can only eat 2 or 3 tablespoons of something and I'm completely done with it. Like, I can't, I'm full. Like, and you're gonna know you're full. For me, I have already had the episode of throwing up applesauce, like I told you guys, and it almost feels like it gets stuck right here. And like, for me, I can't breathe. And it's like, okay, that's how I know that I ate too much. Like, you really want to be cautious how much you eat. So like I said, I had tuna and cottage cheese a little bit earlier than the 2 weeks. And my doctor, when I told him, he was like, okay, whatever, just don't be forcing yourself to try major things before the schedule. So let me get my paperwork here. So the phase 3 soft foods diet, and this is just paperwork that I got from my doctor. So I'm going to kind of read this to you guys because it has some really good information on it. So basically, this does not mean that you are not to be drinking protein shakes anymore. So as far as my protein goals are concerned, and this is, again, just for me. I can't say what your surgeon or your team has in store for you, but I am to be having 65 to 100 grams of protein a day. On top of having 65 to 100 grams of protein a day, I am to be trying to drink at least 50 to 64 ounces of water. So if you would have asked me to do this before the surgery, fine. Would have been able to do it with no problem. After surgery, it is very hard to get your protein and your water in because your stomach is so small that you're like, I can't fit all of that in there. So how am I going to do this? So you have to break it up throughout the day. So for me, I had a really hard time. Before surgery, I love Premier Proteins. I put them in my coffee. I would drink them for breakfast. I would drink some of them for lunch. Like, I love Premier Protein. After surgery, not so much. The Premier Protein for me is just a little bit thick. So it took me a while to find a protein shake that I like, but I did finally find one, and I'm going to share it with you guys because I'm sure that some of you may have the same issue that I have when it comes to the protein and Premier Protein being too thick. So with that being said, I have now found Lean Shake. So Lean Shake is from GNC. You can only get it at GNC. And I love this shake because it is so not thick. It's watery. And it goes down so much easier for me than the Premier Proteins did. So this is in the Girl Scouts coconut caramel flavor. It's really good. I got s'mores as well. I don't like the s'mores. I don't recommend getting s'mores. It's too artificial flavored to me. But I took it back and I just got regular chocolate, and regular chocolate is really, really good. So the Lean Shake 25, it's clinically proven to improve weight loss and BMI. It's got 170 calories. It's got 25 grams of protein, which is really good. And it's only got 2 grams of sugar. As far as carbohydrates, it's got 6 of them in there. And so I really, really like the GNC Lean Shake. Like, yeah, watery, goes down good. For me, this is a lot though. If I only drank this, I could maybe get 1.5 to 2 of them. Some days 2 I've been able to get, some days only 1.5. Definitely can't get 3. And they would like me to get 3, but for me and my stomach, it's not going to happen right now. So yeah, I really like the Lean Shakes. You guys give those a try if there's a GNC in your area. If not, you can order them online too. They also have Girl Scouts, like Thin Mints and something else Girl Scouts. But this coconut caramel honey, fire. So that has really helped me with my protein shakes. But now that I can move up a level in the food area, I'm going to try to get more of my protein, obviously, from food, if I can. If you have, today was a really bad day. So if you have bad days like I had today, you're going to want to use your shakes. I woke up this morning, I was headed to the gym. I thought I was feeling good. It was about 5:30. By 6 o'clock, I was ready to go. I said, I'm going to make myself an egg before I leave, and basically threw the egg up, and I was in bed the rest of the day because I felt horrible. So I'm not saying that every day is going to be rainbows and sunshine, like, no, but you're going to have good days and take advantage of those good days. You're going to feel better. Do I regret the surgery thus far? No, I don't. It just was a rough day today. So anyways, going back to the phase 3 soft foods diet. So now I am able to include chicken, which they've got in parentheses moist and no skin. Skin's got a lot of fat, so they say not to have skin. You guys will figure out along your journey like what your body likes, what your body can tolerate, what helps you lose weight, what makes you gain weight. Like, everyone will figure that out. For me, I'm learning my body. It's very, very soon in the game to say exactly what, where, when, how, but I am learning little things about my body that you'll learn about yours as the time goes on. So give me just a moment. Sorry about that, kids. Armani is all over the place tonight, and yeah, mom life. Anyways, so we can have chicken as long as it's moist with no skin. We can have turkey, lean ground beef, fish or tuna and water, lean deli meats like turkey breast, chicken breast, those kinds of things, eggs or egg whites, low-fat cheeses like mozzarella, ricotta, and feta, tofu, and then no sugar added yogurts, and low-fat cottage cheese. It says foods to avoid until the next diet phase. It'll be, so we can't have any raw fruits or vegetables, no nuts and seeds, rice, pasta, bread, and oatmeal, and then dry, tough, or overcooked meats, which I don't know why you would be eating dry, tough, or overcooked meats, but if that's your thing, you know, I know some people like their steak extra well done. I like my steak rare. I like it to be mooing. You know, I'm not gonna ruin a piece of steak by overcooking it, making it leather, but that's just me. So yeah. A little tip that they did include on here was when you're introducing new food, you just want to start with 1 ounce. And that is really that's really true, because you don't know what your body is going to reject. Foods that you may have liked before surgery, you may no longer be able to tolerate. Me, I've never been a huge egg fan, but I do like an occasional scrambled egg or an occasional boiled egg or an occasional egg salad. And so today was really weird that an egg caused my stomach to be so upset, because that's never happened before. So just because you like something before does not mean that you or your new pouch are gonna like it after your surgery. I'm just telling you that now and being completely honest here. It does say that I can have canned fruit. Me, I am not a fan of canned fruit. I don't even really buy canned fruit unless it's for a salad or something that I'm making. I don't buy canned fruit. I like raw fruit. I love raw fruit. So yeah, it says that you can have canned fruit. You just want to rinse it before you eat it, and then no skins, peels, things like that. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a little bit of, I love to get fresh juice from Fresh Time. I get celery juice. In fact, I try to have a half a cup of celery juice every day, a half a cup of carrot juice every day. I have my little regimens that I did before surgery that I try to continue to do even now. I did get some watermelon juice from Fresh Time. Now, obviously, I don't sit up and drink 8 ounces of it every day, but you know, if I have a little taste of it here, a little taste of it there, I don't feel like that's hurting me. Plus, not only that, I'm working out, I walk, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to maintain my weight loss. So it's give or take, but no eating raw fruits or vegetables at this point. Your vegetables need to be cooked, and then if you are going to have fruit, they need to be in a can. So some examples of common protein in foods, which I'm so happy she gave me this chart, because it tells you what foods they are and how many, or a good estimate of how many grams of protein are in it. So just example, one chicken wing is 3 grams of protein. 1 ounce of chicken breast is 7 grams of protein. 1 ounce of tuna is 8 grams of protein. 2 jumbo shrimp or 1 ounce of shrimp is 6 grams of protein. And then plant sources, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is 7 grams of protein. 1 ounce of tofu is 4 grams of protein. Half a cup of almond milk is 0.5 grams of protein. So, and then they've got dairy on here as well. So this list, I will use this list. And if you guys are interested in maybe me taking a picture of it and sending it to you via email or whatever, I can do that. But this is a really, really good list that she gave me that I'm going to probably be making tons of copies of and saving forever and ever, because it's a really good list to have. So it even gets into veal, venison, pheasant, lamb, and it just kind of goes over how many grams of protein are in each of those. So, you know, I think everyone on this journey has been coached that, you know, protein. You have to have your protein. Get your protein. Drink your protein. Eat your protein. But protein really is so important. You have to have protein for your skin. You have to have protein for your hair. The biggest thing for me is I do not want to go through losing hair stages, which I'm sure I'm going to go through it, only because I've kind of experienced it a little bit already. I've noticed that my hair has kind of been shedding up, but that's because I haven't been able to eat much. I haven't been able to drink as many protein shakes as I could if my stomach was still normal. But now that I'm able every day, I'm able to do a little bit more and a little bit more. And now that I have kind of a food list to get my proteins off of, it'll be easier now to kind of go in there and manipulate meals to get a little bit of protein, you know, more protein in my diet. And speaking of manipulating meals, so when when I was only having like soft foods, I loved baby food, and I had got some baby food yogurt. This is strawberry. It's not the lowest on sugars, but you know what? Like, again, give or take, you're already hardly eating anything. So if you have one yogurt a day, like, it is what it is. If you're having one of these baby yogurts a day and some water, like, it is what it is, period. And I told him that there are some things that are gonna have sugar in them, or there's some things that are gonna have something in it that maybe you don't advise. But for me, if that's all I'm having, this compared to the 2 slices of pizza, the cheeseburger, the Subway sandwich, the bread, the chips, the everything I was eating before this, like, it's not that deep for real. But what I was gonna say was to manipulate getting more protein in. So like, I would take a yogurt. I bought this from Natural Grocers. I don't know if there's a Natural Grocers in your guys' area. If there is, though, this stuff is bomb.com. It costed me all of $6.99 for this big old bag of protein. So this is whey protein concentrate, non-GMO. It's from Natural Grocers. It was like $6.99 for this big old bag. And I keep it in a Ziploc bag because I'm not going to dump it into another container. But I do keep it in a Ziploc bag, and then I just store it in the freezer. But I would take like a tablespoon of this. It's not a lot. In order to get the proper amount, to get 22 grams of protein, you need to have a 1/3 cup, which is only 110 calories, 2 grams of sugar, 2 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein. Like, this is a really good protein powder. So what I would do is I would take like a tablespoon of this, and mix it with water and get it. And then I would pour it like in my yogurt and just mix it together to kind of manipulate my yogurt to get more protein. You can add this to soups. You can add this to whatever you're eating. Add a little of it to your egg salad. Add a little, like, find ways to manipulate the system and kind of add more protein into your diet if you don't want to get it through eating meat or whatever. Try a protein shake, but it is very important that you get your protein in. So 2 weeks out, I'm still able to eat my soft foods. I am tolerating foods for the most part pretty good. I've had bumps in the roads. Eggs have made me really sick. I don't know why, but they did. So eggs made me sick. Tuna has went down fine. Cottage cheese has went down fine. I love like turkey meat from the deli. I can't eat a lot of it, but I love the turkey meat from the deli. That goes down really good. Grits go down fine. I just noticed like, I have tried tilapia. Tilapia went down really good, and I have tried shrimp, and shrimp went down really good. I've tried mushrooms cooked, and those have went down really good. The only thing that I find is like, it is very hard for me, and maybe your surgeon or your team doesn't require you to do this, but they do require me to not eat or drink 30 minutes before a meal. And at first, I thought that was so stupid until I actually started to incorporate meals, like actual food, in my diet. It is not stupid. You will get so full off of water or Crystal Light or whatever you're drinking that when it's time to sit down and have dinner, you're already going to eat a small amount. Your stomach is not big. So if you go and drink water or whatever before your meal, like, you're literally going to only be able to eat a teeny tiny amount. And if you feel like you can eat more, you're going to throw up. If you drink during your meal, you're gonna throw up. I'm just warning you. I had fish last night. I had tilapia with mushrooms, and it was really good. And I'm starting to learn now when I'm full. It's really is a mind game. Like, your mind says, no, Kayla, that's not enough food. You're not full. You need to keep eating more because that's not enough food, because for 28 years, you've been eating way more than this. So your mind is telling you, no, you need to eat more. But you need to listen to your stomach, because I ate my fish, I ate my mushrooms, I was good. I was like, oh, I'm really thirsty. So I took a drink of water, and I was in the bathroom throwing up water. So listen to your stomach, listen to your doctor. Try not to drink 30 minutes before your meal and 30 minutes after your meal, because you're gonna just, you're gonna throw up. And I'm just being honest. And I know it's the water because when I throw up, it's literally the water that I drank that set me over the top. And that's what I threw up. So now, as far as water is concerned, I can drink one-ish of these. I also have a 20-ounce Yeti water bottle. So out of my 20-ouncer, I can usually drink about 2 of those. Out of this is, I want to say 32 ounces, and I can usually drink about 1 and a piece, 1.5 maybe. So really, I should be getting more, but I'm getting about 40 ounces of water in a day. So give or take, that's pretty good. Some people can't even do that, so I'm happy about that. I love water though. I loved water before my surgery. So some people don't like the taste of water, and if you are one of those people, I advise you find something to jazz it up. And I have a couple little tricks here that you can jazz it up with. So if you like lemonade, I really like the Weiler's Light, and I like the Weiler's Light Pink Lemonade. I tried those like those Starburst and those Skittle ones. I don't like them. I hate them. I think they're disgusting. But I really like an original, just like lemonade flavor. Pink lemonade I love. I'm not into like the raspberry, strawberries, all that. It's literally, I like pink lemonade or regular lemonade, and that's it. So these Weiler's Light are so good. They're 10 calories per stick. There's only 3 grams of carbs. You're really only gonna get like, I use half of this, and then I don't like it too sweet, so I usually only use half a stick. So throughout the entire day, I'm really only getting 1 of these in. But you can get these at Dollar Tree. Like, I advise you guys to use a Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree's got a crap ton of stuff that is really good that you'll like. Like, they've got all kinds of different flavors of these. There's Crystal Light. I don't know if that's at Dollar Tree, but they may have like their own brand. But Crystal Light is another water enhancement. There's Mio's. There's Crush. I think the root beers came out with water enhancers. Kool-Aid's came out with water enhancers. Like, there's so many different water enhancers. I would just advise, if you're not sure what to get, just pick one and start trying it. If you guys hear the air conditioning, I'm sorry. It's that time, it cuts on. So, now me, I am a huge fan. I love lemon water. Like, I have always loved lemon water. From the time I was a kid up until present day, I will get a glass of water and have a bag of lemons around here and squeeze my little heart out. What I found when I was pregnant with Armani, I didn't always have access to get fresh lemons because there were some times, especially toward the end, that I just couldn't make it to the store. My son's dad, you know, he was busy and couldn't go to the store or whatever. So I found these at the Dollar Tree, and they were in a small packet, just like the Weiler's Lemonade. And there was like 10 of them in there. So this is called True Lemon, and this is basically crystallized lemon. It's for water, tea, and recipes. I ordered these on Amazon. You get 100 of them for $8.99. Well, my sister ordered these for me, but we're fighting right now. Shout out to her, but yeah, we're fighting right now. So she ordered these for me, and I love these. I just put them on the counter, and oh, it broke off. I just put it on the counter, and when I need one, I grab it. But there's 100 packets in here, and it's like a lemon wedge. And if you love lemon water, like I love lemon water, there's times where I will do one of these and then half of the Weiler's, because I like my lemonade really tart and sour. So I'll do like half the Weiler's and one of these, bomb.com, or there's times where I'll just drink water and have one of these. But these are, it's like a lemon wedge in a packet. Like I said, Amazon, 100 packets of them, $8.99, can't beat it. But you do need to find ways to sprucing up your water, because it is so very important for you guys to stay hydrated. If you don't stay hydrated, you will wind up back in the hospital. Like my doctor, he don't play that shit. Like if there's any signs of dehydration, if you're not hydrating yourself, you tell him you can't stay hydrated, like he will admit you into the hospital for dehydration. Like, it's so important to stay hydrated. You have to remember, you're not getting as much liquid from foods because you can't eat very much. Yeah, your protein shakes have liquid in them, but you need to be drinking water. A lot of women like the Gatorade Zero, men too, sorry. Powerade Zero. I don't like none of that. I don't like Gatorade G2s, Gatorade Zeros. I'm really not even a fan of Gatorade. I had to drink it before my surgery, the night before and the morning before, but I'm not a huge fan of Gatorade. Occasionally I'll have a regular Gatorade, but if I'm going to have Gatorade, it's going to be regular. I don't like the G2s, the Gatorade Zeros, Powerade Zeros. Anything zero, I don't like it. But I do like my Crystal Lights, my Weilers. So those are at Dollar Tree. The Weilers, I'm not sure if they have Crystal Light. They might have it in your area. Check it out. But I know for a fact your local grocery store will have it. So yeah, sprucing up your water, get your water in. It's very important to stay hydrated. And like I said, I'm only 2 weeks out. But these are things that for the rest of my life are going to maintain the same. And you have to just find ways around it. If you're into drinking like LaCroix and things like that, I love my LaCroix, but I'm not willing to stretch my stomach back out due to carbonation. So you're going to have to find ways to moderate and make changes, and it is what it is. So at this point in my journey, 2 weeks out, I am to be following the next diet that I told you guys for the next 3 weeks. So for the next 3 weeks, I continue to eat what I have been eating thus far, plus I can include those things that I gave you off of the list. So that's really exciting. Make different recipes. I can try different things, and I'm excited to do that. I also am to be starting my medications. It is very important that you take your bariatric vitamins, and I'm sure your doctor has talked to you about your bariatric vitamins. It's very, very important that you start to do that. So what I will be taking for right now, I got some of this stuff from my cousin when she had her surgery. She didn't care for it. To be honest, I really don't mind it. So these are advanced bariatrics. I'm not sure where she got these. I will ask her, but no gum. Then again, this is my surgeon. This is my team. This is what they tell me. You guys ask your surgeon, ask your team before you take any of my advice. They have advised me no gummies and no patches. So chewables, that's what they want. So these are a multivitamin bariatric chewable tablet. This is in a berry flavor. There's 60 of them in here, and you just take one of them a day. These are really not that bad. They smell a lot worse than they taste, but they're not bad at all. In fact, I think they're actually pretty good. The flavor, like I said, is berry, and they are a large, chewable pill. So for me, I didn't take all of these at once because it's too much for my stomach. So I chewed this up, chew, drank it down with some water. And then I will take one of my stool softeners with this because it's small. And then my heartburn medication because it's small. So those three I take together. Now this I'll take just a little bit later on. I'm not saying hours later. No, give it a little bit because my stomach at that point is full. So the next one that I do have to take, and this I'm to be taking calcium citrate twice a day with vitamin D. That looks like this. You can get this on Amazon. I think it's like $13 or $14 on Amazon. This stuff is so good, you guys. You got to shake it up because it'll separate, so you have to shake it up. But this one is the strawberry flavor. This one is so good. It tastes like, I don't know, I'm weird. When I was a kid, I liked sour strawberry cherry candy. Remember the spray and it was sour and yeah. This is what this tastes like to me. I think it's really good. And you take it twice a day. It's calcium, magnesium citrate. I'm probably saying that wrong, but whatever. With vitamin D3. And this, it says, may reduce the risk of osteoporosis in the future, but it's gluten, wheat, and dairy free, and I am to be taking this twice a day. It's only got 1 gram of sugar, 20 calories, and 2 grams of carbohydrates. But I have been instructed that I have to take this twice a day. So I don't mind taking this. It's really good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I think it tastes great. Take it in the morning and then take it at night before I go to bed. So, and then like I said, I do take Colace, which is a stool softener, and then I take a 1-a-day women's, and then I also take, and it's over in the cupboard, I'm not going to get it, 1-a-day women's, you guys can Google what that looks like. And then I take a probiotic, and I take this every single day. I take the Nature's Bounty Ultra Strength Probiotic 10. It's got 20 billion live cultures. I have taken this for a very long time, and I never stopped taking it. I stopped taking everything else up until the day of surgery. I never stopped taking this one, though. So with that being said, there is also, I am to be taking vitamin B12 or B complex. The only reason I don't have it here now is because I literally just got approved to start taking this stuff, and I just haven't went to the store yet to get it. So I'm gonna actually go tomorrow and get my vitamin B12 or B complex. That will help with your hair loss. That will help give you energy. And I'm also, while I'm there tomorrow, I'm gonna pick up some prenatal gummies because that as well will help with your hair, skin, and nails. And I like the way they taste anyways. But so yes, you are gonna have to take, you know, quite a few pills, but it is what it is. It's not like you're taking insulin. It's not like you're taking high blood pressure pills. It's not like you're taking high cholesterol pills. Like, you're taking vitamins. Like, you should be taking these anyways. It's not that deep. I take a vitamin every day. I took a vitamin before I had surgery every day. My one-a-day women. So, you know, with that being said, it's not that deep to me to take these vitamins. But 2 weeks in, you will, most of you will anyways, start your vitamins. And it's very important for the rest of your life that you take your vitamins. Don't skip out on taking your vitamins. You can, if push comes to shove, tell your doctor you can't get them, or tell your team that you can't afford them, or whatever the case may be. If you can't afford them, that's still not an excuse not to take them, because a lot of the times they'll have samples at the office that they can give you. So ask your doctor about that. These are, and I'm just going to read them because it may be helpful to some of you. These are some examples that they gave me that you guys can get, like the Centrum chewables for adults. And then there's calcium and vitamin D3 if you didn't want to order this from Amazon, but I advise, this is really good. This is Solgar, and it's since 1947, liquid. So look up Solgar calcium magnesium citrate, whatever. This is so good, try it. But if you don't want to order it from Amazon, they've got on here, you can get it at Walmart. They've got a Nature's Way calcium and vitamin D. And this one they're saying is $13.90 at Walmart. And then a B12 complex liquid. So that's what that looks like. So there's your vitamin, your calcium, and then your B12. Again, you guys, just bariatric vitamins, type them in. You can find them online, and I would advise ordering online. We have a place called the Vitamin Shop here, and the Vitamin Shop carries bariatric vitamins. Think outside the box. Natural grocers, like I said, they have a whole medication section of things that I didn't know that they would even think to have until after my surgery, and they have them there. So just look around and see what, you know, places have or whatever. But long story short, it is your bariatric multivitamin, your calcium citrate, vitamin D, and your B12 or B complex that they advise you to take. And then it says iron only if it's prescribed, which it was not prescribed to me by my doctor. So I'm good on the iron for right now. Not saying I won't need it in the future, but I don't need it right now. Something that I did want to tell you guys that I found really odd. Basically, I'm so sorry for the noise, you guys. So basically, going into this, I think everyone has kind of got the misconception that after you have surgery that, oh, it's the end all be all, like you're not going to have cravings anymore, blah, blah, blah. That's a goddamn lie. That's a lie. Let me tell you something. As far as actually physically feeling hungry, do I feel hungry? No, I have not felt hungry since I had the surgery. In fact, I was telling my aunt that I hope it stays that way the rest of my life because I don't feel hungry, ever. But do I still have cravings? Hell to the yes. I still have cravings. It's called head hunger, and head hunger is a real thing. And you really have to get that in check, because I can see just how my mind works. I can see how head hunger can lead somebody to completely deteriorate and go back to their old habits, because head hunger is real. The only difference between now and I'd say before surgery, I'm not willing to risk having to undergo this all over again. I'm not willing to risk the progress I've made thus far to go back to old habits. My son and my dad, for example, I was at the store and they wanted chocolate chip cookies. And I cannot have chocolate chip cookies right now. Maybe down the road I can have a chocolate chip cookie on a cheat day or something, or maybe I can have half of it, but right now I'm just not interested. I'm not interested, and I'm not as disciplined. I'm trying to discipline myself, and maybe one day I will be disciplined to where that won't bother me, but I know that right now it's just not good for me. But realistically speaking, I can't tell them, oh, you can't have it. So they got their cookies. And I just said, no, I'm good. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to taste it. I don't want a piece of it. I don't want none of it. And the thing is that head hunger, it is a mind game. It's mind control. You have to be able to put your foot down and say, no, I'm done. I don't want that. It's not for the weak-minded. Let me just tell you, it's not. Now, what I have found that helps, I had got it approved to have some sugar-free candies. So like them little like sugar-free cherry round suckable things, or the orange round suckable things, the sugar-free ones. I really like them. And if I'm having a little craving, I'll pop that in and I'm good to go. Super dark chocolate. I had a small piece of that the other day. Hardly any calories really, just like a little square of it, and it's like super dark, but that like kind of got rid of my like wanting a chocolate piece of chocolate craving. And I know you're probably thinking, you're only 2 weeks out and you're having cravings already. Don't can judge me, because you're gonna have cravings too. The only difference from when I had cravings back then to when I have cravings now, I try to accommodate it with things that are good for me. Having some of my applesauce and putting a little bit of my Splenda on it, or having maybe one of my baby yogurts or something like that. But I'm not going to sit up and tell you guys that you're not going to have cravings, because you're going to have cravings. The cravings don't just go away. They're going to be there, and they're going to be there for the rest of your life. So I advise, try to find a way to deal with it now versus trying to deal with it later. Like, you need to attack it now. For me, I had to attack it now in the beginning, meaning if I have a craving, I needed to figure out what can satisfy it, so I didn't slip up and go back into my old ways of having things that I have no business having. So for me, that was okay. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to find some sugar-free candy, they make sugar-free Russell Stovers. They make all kinds of things sugar-free. You don't know about this stuff because, I'll be honest, you never paid attention to it before your surgery, because we could just eat junk. We could eat crap. It didn't matter, whatever. But now, like, there are so many healthy options, like sugar-free popsicles. Those have really helped me. Like, there's so many options that are on a healthier scale that you just have to search and you will find. So for me, I popped in a piece of sugar-free candy and I was proud of myself because, granted, okay, well, you're eating candy. It's sugar-free. I had one piece and it still beats me going in there and eating a 6-pack of chocolate muffins. Like, I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. I'm 2 weeks out. I feel good. I feel lighter on my feet. I feel it easier to bend over. I feel it easier, like, to get out of the bed. My back hasn't hurt. Like, you guys, I just feel good. I stopped taking my pain medication 5 days after surgery. I haven't needed it. It's a little tender in there, but like I said, that's to be expected. All I'm saying is, if you're considering weight loss surgery, if you have all intention on doing right, making changes, stopping the excuses, and working hard, I think that it is an excellent tool. I don't plan on taking my tool for granted and throwing it away and thinking that the tool can do everything for me, because it's not. It's a tool. Your stomach is a tool now. It's a newborn pouch, and it needs to be taken care of with tender, loving care. If you put it like this, the way I think of it is, now I think about everything I put into my body. Before my surgery, not so much. I put in my body what I wanted to put in my body. I put in my body what tasted good. I put in my body what felt good. I put in my body what was convenient. Now, every day I wake up, like, I literally stop and think, like, does this have any sort of nutritional value whatsoever to my life? Is this going to help my body in any sort of way? And if the answer is no, then why are you looking at it? Why are you touching it? Put it back. Like, now, like, I'm so cautious. Even when it comes to, like I said, finding ways to put protein in your body. I wanted to show you guys these because you can get like little packs of this at Aldi's, these tunas, for 79 cents. Like, it doesn't cost that much to be healthy. And you guys have to think, with your new stomach, 1 pouch of this tuna, okay? 1 pouch. By the time I mix in a little mayo, I mix in some onions or whatever I'm putting in there, or I use the minced onions for right now, but whatever I'm putting in there, a little bit of relish, whatever, you can only eat, like, this 1 packet will literally last me probably 3 or 4 days. Like, it's insane. So you have to think, my stomach is so small. Why am I going to fill it up with junk? Like, I only have a couple opportunities throughout the day to really fill up my stomach. So why not try to fill it up with the most nutritious, high protein meals that I can fill it up with? You've been eating junk your whole life, more than likely. For me, I can't speak for you guys, so I'm sorry. I shouldn't even try to. But I look at it like this. For 28 years, I have been eating whatever I wanted. I have been eating junk for 28 years. Is it really that deep to give it up and start really internally caring for yourself? No, it's not. It's not that deep, and I'm going to do it. So, moral of the story is, if you're interested in weight loss surgery, just know that all this is a tool. You can choose to use your tool for good. You can use your tool for bad, but it's a tool, and it's only going to work how you work it. Like I said, I'm still very new to this. I'm only 2 weeks out, but to lose 17 pounds in 2 weeks when I've never been able to lose 17 pounds in my entire life on my own, it's huge. And I'm not going to take my tool for granted. I'm going to treat it right, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not saying you're going to have days where it's going to be a perfect day. No, you're not. Today wasn't a perfect day for me. Like I said, I woke up at 5:30. By 6 o'clock, I was ready to leave the house and go to the gym. Thought I'd have an egg, and my body told me, no, you're not having an egg. We're done with that. And I threw the egg up, and I felt like crap all day. I could barely even get a protein shake down today just because I didn't feel good. But for the most part, I've had far more good days now since I've had my surgery than bad days. I even noticed, like, walking up the hill in my neighborhood, like, I found myself the other day, I'm on the phone with my best friend, and I'm like, Jamie, girl, blah, 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 blah. And we're just talking, and I found myself walking up and down the hill. Like, I used to avoid walking down that hill because I didn't want to walk back up it. And now I found myself, like, not only walking up and down the hill, but doing it several times. Like, it's a whole new life, and I love it. And I'm going to take every opportunity that comes along with this new pouch, and I'm just going to just listen to what my stomach tells me, pay attention to what my stomach tells me. You guys pay attention to your stomach. If you're having a hard time, if you just had surgery and you're like, why did I do this? I thought the same thing the first, like, 4 days, but I'm telling you, it gets better. Like, it gets so much better. So, yes, my first 2-week appointment with my surgeon and my team went really, really well. Dr. Taducci down in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Bryan Bariatric Center is amazing. The whole staff there is amazing. The whole team there is amazing. If you guys are in Nebraska, if you're in the Omaha, Lincoln area, if you're not in Nebraska, but you're near Nebraska and you're nervous, you're skeptical, and you can make it to Lincoln, go down and give Bryan Bariatrics an opportunity, because I'm telling you, they are really good people. Like, yeah. So, long story short, 2 weeks out, I feel great. I am 5 pounds shy of being back in the 200s, and I'm never going to take that for granted again. Like, once I get out of the threes, I'm 305 now. Like, you're never going to see me in the threes ever again. And I mean that. Some people say never say never. No, never. Like, I feel so good and I'm so happy. And I just want to thank you guys for watching me. And yes, some of you are probably like, where the hell are your nails? I had to take my nails off for surgery. They did require that because they have to be able to put the things on your fingers. And I've been so worried about learning my new stomach and learning how I can move and learning this whole journey that I haven't really thought about my nail. I'm going to go get my nails done because I don't function without my nails. But it's so weird. After surgery, like, it's so weird what you find. Like, you find yourself focusing and prioritizing on other things. And for me right now, it's trying to figure out my body, trying to figure out, like, what I can do and how much I can exercise. And I want to go to the gym and I want to walk and I want, like, I just feel so good. And I'm telling you guys, like I said, if you had it and you're looking through YouTube videos and someone is telling you should have never did it, don't listen to them. Like, you're going to feel so good. This is going to be a journey that you're going to look back on and say, I'm so glad I did it. So I will check in with you guys. I don't know, maybe sometime next week, with another little update, but I just wanted to tell you what's been going on. I wanted to tell you how my appointment went, and I wanted to tell you where I'm at in my journey. So glad I got VSG, and if you're interested, you should get it. You should consider getting it. If you have no other options, you've tried everything, nothing is working, and you're thinking surgical, VSG for me has been absolutely wonderful. So I will see you guys next week. I love you so much. Thank you for being supportive, and you're freaking bomb.com. If you have any questions, be sure to email me, or you can DM me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Kayla Armani. I'll leave that down below. Please be sure to like the video if you want to like the video. If you don't want to like the video, then it's all good. But don't be leaving no negative comments, because that's not what we're finna do today, period. We don't do negative comments, baby. With that being said, please like the video, you guys. Comment down below, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah! I love you all. Goodbye.